Hello, doctor. I'm Darshan Subramanian. My metric number is 3030323. Today, I'm here to explaining about what is ABC, why accurate costing system important in managerial accounting, how ABC was developed and evolved over the time, and what is the ABC paradox. Let's go inside of the presentation. What is activity-based costing? Activity-based costing is a costing system that assigns overhead and indirect costs based on the activity rather than using simple method like direct labor and machine hour. According to Berg and Madsen, it described ABC as aim of ABC is to determine the true cost of the object through better cost allocation and further identification of relevant costs for decision and making. It is allowed for by means of a cost hierarchy and opposed to a traditional method. The goal of ABC is to reflect how resources are actually used in a business. For example, instead of dividing factory rent evenly across all the product, ABC allocate rent based on how much space or time each activity used. ABC help to better efficiency and better decision making process. Why costing system matter in managerial accounting? So why do costing system matter? The answer is simple. The management decision depend on the cost data. If the data is wrong, so the decision also wrong. In the 1980s, accountant realized that traditional costing system no longer reflect how business actually operated, especially in industry with high overhead and broad variety. According to the article, ABC emerged in the aftermath of the relevant laws debate as one of the solutions that will provide better management and accounting information. It also highlight the ABC revert to narrow and become simple accounting technique. ABC helped companies understand which product or service were really profitable and which were not. That's why it's became so popular in industries like manufacturing, healthcare, and logistics, where cost control is essential. Factors that play a role in making ABC is more erratic business climate, greater personalization, greater adoption, more flexibility, and better efficiency in decision-making process. How ABC evolved and developed. ABC was developed in the mid 1980s by Robin Cooper and Robert Kaplan, both affiliated with the Harvard Business School. According to the article, the author explained ABC emerged in the late 1980s and ABM did not appear until the late 1990s when it was introduced as a development of ABC. The successful introduction and launch of ABC can be attributed to the concept fit with the zeitgeist during the late 1980s. The rapid emergence and popularization of ABC can be attributed to the Cooper and Kaplan. The Harvard Business School network was influential in the legitimation of the concept. At first, ABC focused on accurate product costing, especially in manufacturing, but soon it evolved to ABM or activity-based management, which is used ABC data to improve operational performance. Later, TDABC was introduced. According to Kaplan and Anderson, it was expensive to build, complex to sustain, and difficult to modify, and hence the purpose was written to a simpler ABC model. This development helped make ABC more flexible and efficient, at least in the theory. Lastly, I am explaining about ABC products. Why adoption was low. Despite its promise, ABC wasn't widely adopted. This is what the author called the ABC products, where many firms saw the benefit but few actually implemented. According to the article, despite the disclosure highlighting the potential benefit of ABC, relatively few organizations have adopted. Less than 20 to 25% percentage of the organization adopted and implemented. Because ABC was complex, time-consuming, and expensive to maintain, it lacked strong support network, unlike other tools like Balance Scorecard, which was promoted by professional club consultants. So even though ABC was academically popular, it didn't take off in real world in the same scale of compared to others. Thank you from me.
Hi everyone, I am Alex Vinob and I will talk about the times before the ABC was introduced to the world. So, we are in era of traditional costing system and it is divided into two types. The first one is process costing and the second one is job order costing. Okay, let's talk about process costing first. It is mainly used when we are producing an identical product and a mass produced product to be exact. Okay, and then the next one is the job order costing. Okay, it is mainly used when we are producing a unit or a multiple unit of distinct product. Next, let's go to the next one, which is the single drive costing. There are five of it. The first one is machine hour. The second one is direct labor hour. The third one is direct labor cost. The fourth one is material cost, and the last one is production unit. Okay. What is the function of the 5 single drive costing that I mentioned before? It is used as a activity basis to calculate POHR, which is predetermined overhead rate. The formula for POHR is the total estimated MOH divided by total estimated activity basis, and it is used to calculate the applied overhead cost. Okay. Last but not least, I will talk about the limitation of single drive costing. There are 3 of it that I found. Single drive costing will lead to, the first is inaccuracy in product costing. The second one is it will lead to poor decision making, and the last one is it will lead to inadequate reflection of operational reality. Okay, let's talk about the inaccuracy in product costing. How it happened? The product that use fewer resources could be overcost, while the complex product that use less resources could be overcost. That will lead to inaccuracy in product costing. And the next one is poor decision making, right? How it happened? When the misleading cost data could lead to poor pricing, and it will lead to misallocation of resources. That will lead to a bigger problem for the company. And the last but not least is inadequate reflection of operational reality. Just imagine a complex product with a modern production processes involve multiple activities, each with its own cost behavior. A single drive costing will never ever capture this complexity, and it will lead to misallocation of costs. That's a problem for us. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizka Dewi Fatima with metric number 290838. In this video, I will explain about the evolution of activity-based costing. In the early years, activity-based costing was largely a conceptual framework developed as an alternative to traditional costing methods. But by the 1990s, major firms, especially in the United States, began adopting it in practice. Why? Because companies started recognizing that ABC could provide a much more accurate view of product costs. Instead of allocating overhead broadly, ABC assigned costs based on actual activities that drive those costs. This allows firms to identify which product or services were truly profitable and which were not. As companies saw the value of ABC, it naturally evolved into something broader, activity-based management or ABM. ABM took the same data used in ABC and applied it not just to costing, but to managing and improving business activities. The focus shifted from simply calculating how much something costs to understanding why it costs that much and how to reduce or optimize it. This evolution helped organizations move from being cost-aware to being performance-driven. Another important factor behind the growth of ABC in the 1990s was technology, especially the rise of enterprise resource planning or ERP system. This system made it much easier to collect and organize large amount of data needed for ABC implementation. Finally, it's important to highlight the growing interest from both academic world and the corporate sector during this time. Researchers began conducting more studies on ABC, validating its effectiveness and exploring its potential across various industries from manufacturing and healthcare to service and even government. On corporate side, executive and management saw ABC a strategic tool, not just an accounting method. It helped uncover inefficiency, identify value-adding activities, and align operation more closely with strategy. The dual interests, academic and practical, led to a surge in implementation, experiments, and refinements, laying the groundwork for modern cost and performance management practices.
Good day, everyone. My name is Shanmuga Prabha. My matrix number is 296745, and I will be reviewing the origin and evaluation activity based costing, or might as well just say it ABC. I will be doing this based on the article ABC, the Foundation of Performance Management by Peter B. Turney. So let's begin. Why ABC emerged? So, firstly, in the mid of 1918, when Western companies faced growing competition from Japan, Japanese firms like Toyoba, in example, used advanced system like just-in-time and statistical process control gaining. Huge advantages. In contrast, Western companies relied on outdated costing method, which is traditional method that used on one cost driver, usually direct labor hours to allocate overhead. When all this was happening, the problem was with an automation, direct labor became a much smaller part of total cost. Overhead grew. The traditional system didn't reflect that. So then it caused major errors in product pricing and decision making. So basically, this article gives an example of Textronic, a US electronics company, where they allocated overhead based on labor hours, which led engineers to design product with less labor, unintentionally increasing costs elsewhere like procurement. Only after shifting to ABC did they realize this hidden cost, which really helped them to figure all that out. And this article also outlines ABC's evolution in six phases, which is quite similar to hype cycle. So first, the technology trigger phase, where it happened from 1984 to 1987, where early users like Tractortronics used ABC to fix distorted costs. Then came the peak inflated expectation, where it happened from 1987 to 1991, when academics like Kaplan and Cooper popularized ABC. A software tool emerged. Then we will go for the third phase, which is trough of deliciousment, 1991 to 1995, where companies found ABC complex and expensive to do it so. Then we will go for the fourth, slope of enlightenment, where it is 1995 to 2000, where ABC matured into a broader tool used for areas like customer and logistic costing. Then we will go with Clitu productivity, where it happened from 2000 to 2006, where ABC became easier to use with ERP system. And finally, we will begin with the last phase, which is post Clitu phase, where it happened from 2006 and is going on till now, where ABC is a very core part of performance management. To continue, why this evolution matters, why ABC, the evolution matters till now, since they're using the past post-plateau phase till now. So let me go through more in it why it matters. So firstly, the article explains that ABC has evolved into more than just a costing method. It's now a tool for performance improvement. It helps companies to understand which activities or customer create value and which one destroy. For an example, a company may find that 20% of customer generate 80% of profits, while bottom 20% actually causes loss for the company. This insight isn't possible with traditional costing method, but definitely with ABC method. Today, company faces high operating costs, environmental and social reporting requirements, and push for the digital transformation. ABC gives them a data driven way to make better decisions, whether in budgeting, you come to sustainability, or HR planning. Thus, all this still helps a lot for the companies to make it profit instead of loss. So let me just conclude that whole essay that I've just critically reviewed is this article is actually very insightful and very structured how ABC is evolved and how does it still matter to us. So which will help the locals to relate more, and I think for us to know, and I think Malaysia companies should implement more on it. So in if we see in our country, we are still lacking in knowledge for the ABC because they don't understand the importance, they don't understand how it's beneficial for our company and so on. So ABC is not just about assigning costs, but it's about understanding value and making smarter decisions. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Azri Hakimi bin Azadi. My metric number is 300915. So today I will be presenting on the topic activity-based costing in the Malaysian context. So in Malaysia, ABC start gaining attention in the early to mid 1990. This was a time when local companies were becoming more exposed to international competition and start recognizing the need for more strategic management tools. And then ABC was seen as a method that could provide deeper insight into cost structure, helping firm make informed decisions in areas like pricing, product design and process improvements. Despite this, the actual adoption rate of ABC in Malaysia has been relatively low, particularly among small medium size of company. This is due to a combination of awareness issues, perceived complexity and practical constraint. Next, we talk about example of ABC application in Malaysia. One of the earlier studies that examined the use of ABC in Malaysia was by Chun et al. In 1996. Their findings show that among manufacturing firms in Malaysia, ABC was not widely implemented. When it was used, it was usually part of dual costing system, which is traditional method were used for external financial reporting, while ABC was applied internally for cost management. So this approach allow companies to meet regulatory requirement while still gaining the strategic benefit of ABC. However, this also indicates that the full integration of ABC into business process was and still is limited in Malaysia. Next, we talk about challenge in adopt ABC. Why has not ABC been adopted more broadly in Malaysia? This is because there are several key challenges. For the first is the cost. Implementing ABC involves financial investment in system, software and training. For smaller firms, this cost can be significant. Secondly, expertise is a major issue. ABC require a different mindset and skills, both from accounting and operational teams. Many Malaysian firms simply do not have personal trained in ABC principles. For the third, resistance to change is a common problem. Staff who are used traditional method may be hesitant to adopt a new system, especially one that appears more complex. And for the last, lack of organizational support, especially from top management. Without leadership and clear communication, ABC implementation often fail to get off the ground. Despite this challenge, there are clear factors that can lead to successful ABC implementation. First is the perceived decision-making value of ABC. When SMEs clearly understand how ABC can help them make better decisions, whether it's about product pricing, cost control, or budgeting, they are more willing to commit to it. Secondly, strong organizational support is essential. This includes not just top management, but also staff from other departments. Everyone need to understand the system and believe in its value. Third, performance measurement plays a role. ABC work best when integrate with both financial and non-financial KPI to track operational performance. Educate training is another vital factor. SME that provide sufficient training help their staff adapt and develop the confidence to use ABC effectively. For the last, leadership from top management, both in term of resource commitment and strategic alignment, greatly increase the chance of success. When leaders champion ABC and communicate its benefit, adoption become a shared organizational goal.